What's going on YouTube? Joshua Wade here, and today we are going to talk about the Neumann NDH30s, and I'll go ahead and show you the box because it's not a proper review without showing the actual box, right? And yes, I am wearing them on my head, and no, they are not plugged in and there's no audio coming through them, but they're $650, so I'm afraid to take them off of my head. But okay, seriously, these are actually amazing headphones. I've been putting them through their paces for about a week now. I only got them about a week ago, and I have done a few client mixes and things like that with them. And just let me go ahead and see if I can get these babies. Yes. Oh, there we go. There's the money shot. And they are great. It is a little bit weird that the headphone cable jack is on the right side instead of the traditional left side, like with most professional grade headphones, or some of them have both of them at the bottom. That's a little bit weird to get used to, but it's really not much of an adjustment once you do get used to it. And yes, they are open back headphones, and if you've never had open back headphones, you cannot track vocals with these, and you cannot use a microphone, or you can't record any acoustic source like an acoustic guitar or vocals or anything like that, because these bleed like crazy. And if you guys have seen my videos before on any type of product review that I do, I always like to do a pros and cons. And again, I've been using these for about a week, so I'm going to jump into the pros because I like to start out on a positive note. The pros are these things are super comfortable. I mean, I can wear these, and I have worn these for 3.5 to 4 hours during a mixing session, and I really don't have any issues at all. My head is not particularly large, but they fit my head pretty well. Being that they are open back, here's another pro really quick. They are open back. I don't feel like I'm closed into a space to where if someone outside calls my name, because this is not a very soundproof room, so if someone calls my name, a family member, I can still hear them, I can still answer them, and you don't get that claustrophobic sound or that claustrophobic feeling, so I really do like that. And another pro is the build quality on these things. Absolutely amazing. These are built aluminum. There's no plastic really that I can feel. There might be some plastic, I'm sure there is, like I think maybe these right here are plastic. The little next to the band, that might be plastic, but everything else feels like billet aluminum to me. And the headband is the squishy one, the squishy kind. So stop focusing on me, Sony. There we go. It's the squishy kind, so it's super comfortable. The 10-foot cable that comes with it is amazing. It's a braided cable, not steel, so it's just got the cloth braid on it. Now, I'm going to jump right into the audio quality of these things. I absolutely love them. If you've seen my channel before, I did a review of the Audio-Technica ATH M50Xs and the DT770s from Beyerdynamic. Obviously, these are in a whole different ballpark than those headphones. Those are closed back, so this is not a comparison of those headphones, but the highs on the DT77s seemed a bit crispy to me, a bit artificial, and that's kind of a common problem that a lot of people say they have with the Beyerdynamics. I don't notice anything like that with these, again, completely different headphones, but the highs are not overbearing in this. These are very, very neutral headphones, and that's what I love about them. I love the fact that, again, I can listen to these, and I have for 3.5 to 4 hours. I don't have any listener's fatigue or anything like that. Now, I cut off at about 4 hours because after that, my ears are pretty much done listening through any source, but these tend to help a lot. So I really do recommend these if you're looking for up in your game and mixing and mastering inside of headphones. If you're maybe not in an ideal acoustic environment, these are amazing for that. And I really like the fact that I can go anywhere as long as you have a decent headphone amp. If you don't have a decent power amp, or if you're just plugging these straight into your laptop, you might have some issues. I am able to run these with my MacBook Air. I have the M1 MacBook Air. These run loud enough for me out of that, but whenever I plug these into my Universal Audio Apollo Solo, which is the Thunderbolt variety, these things rock, they kick. So if you happen to have one of those interfaces, these will work just fine with that. And now onto my least favorite part of doing product reviews like this, the cons list. The cons list of these is pretty short. It's pretty short. The first con I'm going to say is the price. And I'm not saying they're not worth it. They're totally worth it. But these things are $650. They're just expensive. That's just the only con. They're still worth the money, but they're just expensive, and I felt like saying that. So one of the serious cons for me, and it's not a serious con, it's just the cable that they give you. It's really cool that they give you a 10-foot cable, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. I wish they would have giving you a couple of different options, like maybe a 3-footer, also a 3 or a 4-footer along with the 10-foot cable. That is, believe it or not, a kind of a stupid con, but it's a con because now I have to pull out the 10-foot cable when I'm just sitting right here at my desk trying to plug into my Apollo. And another con, and this might be kind of a petty con, for $650, they do not give you an actual case with these. They give you a little headphone bag, and it doesn't even have the Neumann logo on it. So it would have been cool if you like put that logo on the side of the little headphone sock that you give us. Well, I don't know, maybe you wouldn't want a headphone sock with Neumann logo on it, because if people see the Neumann logo, they might think, hey, I didn't know Neumann makes headphones. I just decided I've always wanted a pair of them, and they might take them. So, okay, so maybe not the logo on the bag, but they could have at least given us a little hard box or something, a semi-hard box, because a lot of headphones cheaper than this give you some type of a hard-ish case to carry them around with. But seriously, guys, that's the only really downfall. And, you know, having these things for over a week now, like I said, over a little over a week, that's the only real downfall I can think of. And that's really not much of one. You can buy a case for these, and they do make aftermarket cables, which again, I think it should have come with a couple different cables for you, especially for $650. All right, yeah. So I'm going to put them back on now, and I'm going to do the outro with them on my head. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you got some type of entertainment or some type of value out of this. Continued support is greatly appreciated. So if you could hit that thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and if you feel like it, hit subscribe if you're into this type of content. But remember, it's called music theory, not music fact. Have a good one.